Raven.
And I'm Farinir. And this is the podcast where we try to answer the question, can two creators really break free from the 9-to-5 grind and find success in a more fulfilling creative life?
Woo.
How are you doing?
Tired, honestly. In contrast to the last podcast we did, I feel like we had a lot of energy and we were so keen to get going, and that got hit pretty fast, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Should I talk about that?
Jump right in, go for it.
We'll just go for it.
So much of this is based on
how you're
that.
doing. How are you
thank
doing?
you very much. It's very kind of you. Thanks for
That's
asking.
the least I could do.
I'm good. Also tired for probably the same reasons you are. Obviously, as we've said before, I work in retail, and this time of year is hell for me. I don't really get much of a chance to relax this time of year, but I've actually got Christmas Eve off for once. For that, I'm in good spirits. I'm quite happy about that.
Yeah. Like I'm in very good spirits. I'm just fatigued.
Yeah. The last few days have been killer.
Yeah. Long story short, we had loads of plans on what we were going to do over these 2 weeks, and then also take advantage of the time, especially I had off over Christmas. And then it got to Friday. So we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they were kind of right off because we were getting ready for Christmas. We have our Christmas early so that we can be with family. And then it got to the Friday morning, and our builders very kindly filled our modem with water. And it obviously...
it didn't like it.
No.
It didn't like it, did it? No. We tried to wipe the water out of it and like shake the water out and then wipe it, and then we put it on top of like the little like the agar we have. It just wasn't gonna, like we very quickly within 10 minutes just all looked at each other and went, it's dead.
It's not gonna come back on. So we had to order a new one, and shout out to PlusNet for not sending us a new one when they said they were going to. So we had to call again 5 days later just to check that they'd sent it, and they hadn't. So we finally have it now, but it means that we lost several days for like prepping for Christmas, and then we've lost another 10 days to just not having internet. So actual progress-wise, we still have done a lot, considering we haven't had internet. And this episode was going to be more of a wrap-up for the year, rather than just what we've done the past 2 weeks. But even so, we had lots that we were really hoping to do, loads of streaming we were going to get in, and we've just not been able to do any of it. So, yeah. It meant that, because I work from home as well, there's been a chaotic catch-up to get back on top of things, because I wasn't able to get all the... We're off now until the 3rd of January, so I had to get everything, because I work in marketing, everything that needed scheduling from now until then had to be done, and I couldn't do any of it because we had no internet, so it's been...
so frustrating.
Manic. And so, now I'm really excited for Christmas. And I'm still in good spirits, but I'm like, need a nap.
Dreamed.
Yeah. Like, can I just have like another hour's sleep, please? Yeah. Very much that kind of mood.
Definitely.
But we have still done a lot. And you especially have done particularly well, given the circumstances.
Yeah, I had a day off, and I was like, I can actually relax today and rest up. And then I was like, nah, I got other work to do. So I spent the entire day editing some of our backlog of content instead. So we had like a 3 or 4 hour Super Mario stream that I managed to finally finish,
which was really good.
It was really good. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
And then we had like another 2 hour stream of it as well, and I've got through that as well. So I've got like good episode lengths ready. I've already pulled out and edited loads of highlight clips. So I just need to finish the last little bit of pizzazz on those, and we're good to go. So it was really satisfying.
Very nice.
And I ran into a problem as well, because like we mentioned last time, we really want to start working on like short form content as for social media and things like TikTok and Reels, that sort of stuff. But obviously all of those are portrait, and all of the streams we do are in landscape, so it automatically makes it a bit of an issue. So I've been trying to look for workarounds for that, and I found one. I found quite a good one. I tested it with a highlight clip of one of my favourite bits so far, and it worked really well. So what I just did was I duplicated the video feed twice. So we had the original video file, which had like the game feed in it, and then I had 2 separate copies of it, one for each of our face cameras, and I masked each one of them to cut out everything but just the camera feed, so everything else was gone. And then I moved those either above and below or just both above side by side, so we've got a couple of variations. So now we can still have our face cams, but with zoomed in footage of the game as well.
Are they using the nice new overlays?
They are, yes.
Nice.
So our lovely graphic designer here, I'm pointing the right way, lovely, helped with some of the overlay work there, which is really going to help. So in terms of workflow, that's definitely a top tip. Make overlays for everything. It just gives you guidelines to work with, and everything's automatically going to be consistent then.
Even just to use them as a guide, like, you know, we have this overlay around us now, which is used not only to make sure that we have everything sized correctly, but also it's just, you know, it looks nice and engaging, all that sort of thing. But we have overlays which are pretty like this, and then we have overlays to help line things up. So when we make reels and things like that, I literally took a screenshot on my phone of me just in reels and then put it into, I used Procreate, but you could use even the Instagram app, you know, just anything that you can draw with your finger on it. And I literally just drew around the areas where it says the profile, the music, the likes on the side, the Wi-Fi and stuff at the top. Like, I just drew the whole overlay and saved it as a PNG, so that now when we make stuff, we can just put that over the top and make sure that everything is not going to overlap in a weird way. Because you don't want, like, your main text or what's happening in the video to be hidden under the profile and description. You want it, like, kind of centered anyway. So, you know, having a mix of ones that look very pretty, but also just are practical for keeping your workflow nice and tidy. And, you know, like, the last thing you want is to spend ages editing something and then go to upload it and realize half people watching can't see it because of the device they're using.
Yeah.
Which has happened to me. So, yeah, just to definitely, you know, it's worth making those overlays and spending time figuring out a layout that works best for you.
Yeah. Very, very helpful. So that's a real good little workflow hack, and it's helped me a lot. So now it's just going to be so much quicker and easier to just pump things out now, which is really good. So yeah, really happy with the progress we made on that. So just got to export a few of those and start lining them up for January now. So it'd be nice. So yeah,
and we were
there.
gonna do more of the Reels content over this time, but because we had no internet, there wasn't a way to transfer all the content from my phone and your phone onto the computer for editing. And, well, that we could have, like, plugged it in with USBs, but my phone was so full that it just wasn't gonna have it, so we had to kind of use, like, Google Drive and stuff. And the internet just totally went, no, we're not doing that. And I tried to do it on 4G, but I was like, this is just going to burn through. It's just going to absolutely burn through internet. So we just ended up calling it quits and saying, you know what? Not this week. Not this week. We'll just wait.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been an interesting 2 weeks. Haven't quite done half the things we wanted to, but we still made progress in other ways.
Yeah.
Had some downtime, some nice family time as well, which was good. Had our little pre-early Christmas. So it's not all been bad.
Yeah, and I managed to fit in one stream yesterday. Yeah. And I went for 6 hours to try and make up for lost time.
That was marathon.
Yeah, I did a new painting of Kate Sif from Final Fantasy VII, and then played PvP for like an hour.
Nice.
Just to tie it off nicely. So that was nice, just to try and sneak that in. And I think we'll do more today and over the sort of Christmas time and try and make up on what we've missed out
That's
on.
it. We still got some good opportunities.
Yeah.
That's it. Just make the most of them. So that's good. But more importantly, this is the last episode of 2023, as well as being our 3-month milestone, which is a big, big moment.
It is.
Nice. It doesn't feel like it's been 3 months, to be honest.
No.
It's flown by.
Yeah, I think because we've been so busy with other things as well. Like, we've had FanFest and Comic-Con and the Cat Show and family and all this sort of stuff going on. It hasn't felt like we've just been, like, solidly working on something for 3 months. We've had lots of little breaks and things going on. So that's been, you know, it has helped keep it rolling.
Definitely.
And a nice balance.
It's been real nice. We've had a good time. Had a real good time. But yeah, we just wanted to mark this moment by taking a look back on what we've done so far and how we feel we're going. Because obviously we started this in the first place by saying that this was going to be a journey and see what kind of progress we can make in a year in particular.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to have a look now and see how we're doing. So
a quarterly, an end of quarter update.
Yeah, little check-in. So far, most of the time we've spent has been to lay the foundations of what we want to do, because there's no point pushing marketing and advertising and all this stuff to get loads more viewers if what you're making is a bit crap. So we've been really focused on getting all of the tech and artistic stuff sorted first, because without that you don't really have anything. So we've made all the investments in our cameras and our setup, make sure everything works together. And all the artistic side of things with the overlays and all the music sort of stuff we've done for our edits. We've got quite a lot now, and it's all come together nicely. We're at a point where I feel like we have everything we need, which is nice. I'm sure we'll come up with something else when we see some shiny new gadget or whatever, but
yeah, I feel
we've got a good flow now.
actual setup, like tech wise, like as in cameras, microphones, etc. The only thing which might be something we look into is having another camera of the ones we're using to use for art streams, because at the moment we have to take Farina's camera and put that to where the camera is now looking at me, and then move the camera that's looking at me to be the one that's pointed downwards looking at the artwork. And like, it's not terrible to do, but we have to flip one of them, and then it's hard to switch to go back to gaming. So actually, if we just had like a permanent art cam,
I think that would be worth it.
But that is now the only thing that's like, it would be nice to have, but it's not essential. Like there is a workaround, and to change it takes like 15 minutes to change it. So it's not bad,
long,
but you know, if we're frequently going between art streams and those 15 minutes, if we do 4 streams a week, that's an hour's time. So it's sort of like, and they are like a little bit pricey, but it's just sort of weighing up, like, would it be worth it whilst you've got people sat there in the stream waiting.
That's it.
But other than that, there's literally nothing that's like, oh, we really need this, or this would make a huge difference. We're sort of set up now, which my bank account is very happy for. I think of the year that we've got coming up, we need to try and not buy too much more stuff.
Definitely.
We'll get a new desk, so we've got 2 matching ones.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
But other than that,
that's exciting.
Other than that, camera and desk.
Yeah, that's it. Done. I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to workflow, doesn't it? Like, you want to be able to be creative and just get it done. Once you've got your inspiration and motivation, you're just like, let's go.
You don't want to be faffing
around, switching things over. It's always worth making it easier. If you can afford it and get away with it, it's worth it. So I think we'll definitely end up doing that.
Yeah.
Got big plans for our future setup, haven't we?
Yeah, and in terms of like artist setup wise, we've got enough now that there's nothing that we urgently need, but if we did urgently need something, we've got enough made that it's doable just to make another whatever it might be. Like if we need an overlay quickly, or the emotes, we've got everything else set up now so that we can quickly make those things if we need them, without kind of going, oh, what style, what shape, what kind of dimensions are we going to need, what all these things. We have all of that outlined now, and so if there is anything that comes up, we're sort of in the right place to do it.
Yeah, going much smoother. It's nice. With that out the way, our next focus in what we could call phase 2, I suppose, is growth. Growth.
Yes.
So to know if you're growing, you need to know where you are at the moment. So we're going to have a little run through and list some of our stats.
Is that your words of wisdom?
That's my words of wisdom. Quote that one. Fahrenheit 2023. So let's have a little look. YouTube subscribers so far, 5. That's not great. That's our lowest one. Podcast downloads, 25. So
I'm quite happy with that, because we've not posted it anywhere. We've not spoken about it.
No.
None of our friends and family know.
We haven't told anyone.
We've not told anyone. One of my friends now knows from a week ago.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that ain't him.
That's it. So yeah, that's organically just people finding us. So if you're listening to this and you're one of those 25 numbers,
that's you.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yep. So Twitch followers, 462.
Yay,
so happy with that.
One.
We obviously had quite a quick bloom on that one, didn't we? That worked quite smoothly until
Rip.
Everything went wrong. Rest in peace, Omegle. Twitch subscribers, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram followers, 675. Mm-hmm. And Twitter, 815.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm quite happy with that overall.
Yeah.
Because we haven't really made a conscious effort to grow these.
No.
Which is quite nice.
No, because I've been doing some sort of like market research of looking at other streamers and various content creators, people who make content online in one way or another, and they have like a very set regular pattern to their posting, and they have like funny videos all the time. And so considering we've posted 2 funny videos, and then I often post that we're about to start streaming, but it's like I say it's half the time I do that. Like it depends on how tired we are and how much we want to get on with it.
Get going.
Yeah. So we have mentioned it. Like it's not we've been like dead silent. Like the podcast we've been radio silence on, but streaming we've talked about a bit more. But we still have done that well based on just kind of being here, which is quite nice because it means that when we do start to push things, that hopefully that growth is amplified a lot. So that's good.
Exactly. And now it's all coming together, and I think we're feeling a lot better about where we are now. So we can start talking about these things now and start, taking people from one of our platforms or channels to another and start intermingling them, which we've definitely started to do.
You don't want to take, people who come into our stream. Yeah, it's nice if they can follow us on social media so that they can see when we're streaming next. They'll get the alert that we're live now, but maybe if we say, like, that day that we'll be streaming later that day, they can go, I'll make sure I'm free at whatever time.
Yeah.
But there's no point doing that if there's nothing there for them. And that's a very big thing in marketing and social media, is the best way to bring someone to a platform or to like follow, like whatever, is you have to add value to them. If you're not giving that person something worthwhile, they're not going to stay around, because you are against the cute cat videos and the funny dog stuff. Like, you're against that. So you have to be at least as engaging and exciting as that, if not more, which is very hard to do.
That's a challenge.
So it means that like, when you take someone away from where they already are, you have to be adding value to that. There has to be stuff there that they go, oh, this is interesting, this is nice. And so then they want to stay and hang around. And so that's why we've tried to get our social media to a level now where there is content there and they can see that there's actually a reason to hang around.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Real happy with that. It's nice because looking back now, you can see exactly where we have room to grow and opportunities. And I think YouTube's definitely going to be the biggest one. And we've already made plans for that, like I mentioned with the Super Mario stream stuff that we've done. So we've got long videos prepared as well as shorts as well. So the shorts kind of help to draw people in because they tend to get more views and people just flick through really quickly and they're easily shareable, that sort of stuff. So they can draw people in, and then, you've got the longer ones to keep people around as well. So we've got a good mix of that lined up and lots of plans. I've got a big backlog of content to keep editing through. Just need more hours in the day now, don't we, really? But we're getting there. We're making good progress. And each time we do it, we're learning things that get us through it quicker as well. So I think we're fine for that now. We've also added a Streamlabs bot to our Twitch streams now that will periodically post a link to our Beacons bio link, which has all of our social channels in one place, which is good because now it will automatically say, hey, follow us over here. And like we just said, that will help spread people around and boost our views and engagement on the other ones.
Because it's not only about notifying the people who already follow us, but also them sharing us with other people too. That word of mouth is the best marketing you can have. Better than any paid ad, more than, you have all the bus adverts you want and all the ads on TV and radio, whatever. You suggesting something to a friend or family member who trusts your opinion or values it is the best thing. So the more that we can bring, like, if you found us on Twitch, amazing. You've stayed long enough to see that. Now suggest us to other people who you think might like us, and it's going to be valued even more than if we just went and found them on our own. So it's good to still have a mix of both, but you really want to encourage people spreading that word about us.
Definitely. Yep. Words of wisdom from you now.
witty. For once.
Nah, you've always got words of
I'm
wisdom.
normally
You're the clever one here.
Words of chaos.
Oh, brilliant. So with the numbers out the way there, how do you feel about the progress we've made so far?
I'm really happy with it, and I am often like a sort of perfectionist person, and I have a pressure on myself to do well, like first time round. Like no one else has that pressure on me. Everyone does not care. No one else cares. It's just me. I'm like, if I'm not good at it first time, I'm like, oh my God, I'm terrible at it. And I've really tried of this when numbers haven't consistently moved. Like yesterday when I did the art stream, and it got like halfway through, and I realised we lost 3 subs from when we started, and I was like, that's kind of sucky, because I'm just here like painting.
Yeah.
I was like, but if people hate, like, because some people do not like art. So if some people have followed us for gaming and then announced that we're doing art, they might be like, nah, not a big fan, which is fine. But we gained more subs back than what we lost.
Yeah.
So by the end of it, we still had more than when we started. So I was like, you know what? It's fine.
That's a game.
That person probably wasn't going to stick around for long anyway. Yeah. So it's not a problem to lose them.
Do you know what it was?
It's the design ones.
It was probably someone that was going to try and sell you art services.
Yep.
And then they're like, oh no, she's painting just fine. I got no chance here.
Yeah. So, but I genuinely I think we've done really well, and I think we have everything set up to really push it now. And also our angle with YouTube, which I keep trying to hammer into you, is that if we make stuff, stop, wait, do not post it. Have a day and think about like what you're gonna do with that video. You gotta have a plan around that content. There's no point just putting it out in the world and being like, that's it, done. No, it's gotta strategically go across each platform. You gotta tell people it's there, point them towards it. We have to really like strategically plan these things. With the shorts, it's not so much of a problem because they are quicker content, but especially with the long form content, if you make 5 episodes, great, that's 1 episode a week. That's not 5 in 1 week, like, because all platforms, they care more about your consistency rather than your consistency against other people. So if your good time, like your consistent level is 1 video a week, great, they don't care. If that's your usual, that's your usual. But if you start changing that back and forth, one week you've got 5 videos, 1 week you've got none, 1 week you've got 2, they go, don't like that. It's not consistent. So you have to really make sure that whatever content you do is sticking consistently to what you can reasonably maintain. And with us losing internet for 10 days, we wouldn't, if we hadn't had a backlog of content, but we're meant to be putting content out, we would have been screwed because there was no way that. So that's why you like schedule it in bit by bit. So I think we're in the right position now to start thinking about that sort of planning rather than just jumping on and streaming. We're able to start thinking about, right, what are we going to do for the next month, 3 months, 6 months? What are we going to do for the next year? And begin to plan those little bits of content in ahead of time. As currently we've just kind of been going for it, which is fine. There's definitely room for both, but it is good to sort of drop little bits of content in as time goes on.
Definitely, it's nice.
And what do you? How do you feel about progress?
I feel pretty good. I've really enjoyed doing it. I've had such a good time. I've loved all the streaming. I've loved doing these episodes. It's always nice having this chance to reflect on everything and take a moment to take it all in.
Yeah.
It's just been really nice. It's been 3 months already. It's flown by. I think we've done really well with the Twitch stuff in particular. Obviously, it's worth saying that it's no miracle moneymaker. Like, the money you get from it is not huge straight away. It's steadily building. It's ramping up, and we've got a lot of room and ways we can push that further, which is nice. But if anyone ever tells you can, miraculously make money overnight with Twitch, it's not true.
No.
Don't believe it. But it's nice. It does trickle in. And making affiliate was obviously the best milestone we hit really quickly. We did really well with that. And I was so happy to do that. So that was a good highlight. And ever since we've done that, we've been learning more and more about what we can do with that and customizing our content more and more. And I just feel like we've learned so much from doing it. It feels really good.
Yeah, a lot of the skills that we've learned, I feel like even if we never did streaming ever again, and not just streaming, like if we just stopped everything we've been doing for the past 3 months today, I feel like those skills would be useful across anything.
Yep.
Like they're really good. And I think that's another avenue to look at, is that we have set up near from scratch. So like, as you said, I've got a background in marketing and graphic design. You've got a background in video and audio malarkey to me. Malarkey. But other than that, we've not got any like direct experience with setting this sort of thing up. And we have used good old Google to try and find out, you know, how to do this, how to do that. And there is not much at all. There's been one guy we found on YouTube who was pretty good. I can't remember his name.
I remember his
but
name.
yeah, he was pretty consistent and good, and like gave lots of options of things and explained stuff. But other than that, we found very little for like troubleshooting and setting things up. And so that's another avenue I think we should look at, is sort of, you know, Twitch from 0 upwards. What
Beginner
to do.
guide.
Yeah, like what's the essentials, both from the tech side of things and also the artistic side of things. So maybe we can look at that in the
Definitely, I think that's a good way to go. Yeah, definitely some room for more of that. But yeah, I feel good. I've had a good time. Doing well so far. A lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
We have a lot.
It's in a way, I feel it's a little bit daunting, because it is a lot, and the idea of what it could become is quite exciting. But I feel like we're going at a very good pace. We're not rushing anything. We're not like, we must have this many followers by this day. Like, we just like it. If we get that, great. If we don't, that's fine. You know, we're very steady and realistic, and I think that's the best kind of view to have on it. To not expect to be an overnight success, but just to slowly and gradually get good at it, and not even get good at it, get comfortable with it is the better word for it.
Definitely. So yeah, 3 months in, would you like to carry on?
No. Yeah. Of course I do. Of course I do. Do you want to carry on? That's the other thing.
Definitely.
I can't do it on my own. I hate streaming on my own. If it's art streams, it's fine. It's when I'm gaming on my own. I'm just like, I don't know. I can't. I don't know what it is.
You're so good at the art streams.
I can't do the conversation. I can't do it at all. But yeah, art is fine.
Yeah, you're so good at those. Keen to see you do more of those. Yes. It's nice being able to drop in and watch while I'm meant to be working.
Yeah, you're at work.
Just snoop in. Hello. Things are looking nice. I've got to go again. Bye. Yeah, that's nice. No, it's definitely worth it. Yeah, it's been a very good 3 months, and I'm really looking forward to everything that we've got coming up ahead over the next 9 months plus, because we're not just going to stop at a year. It's like that's a real good benchmark, just to see what progress we can make in a year. Yeah. And then carry on from there.
Yeah, I think we'll do a check-in every 3 months, and then we'll do a big check-in at the year mark. Yeah. And go from there.
Definitely.
I'm so excited.
Definitely. But for now, what was the highlight of your fortnight?
Endwalker soundtrack.
Wow, no hesitation there.
I have been begging for the Endwalker soundtrack. I have been... I want to listen to the music from it, and the music is only on YouTube, but you can't close YouTube whilst doing anything else. So I can't have it on my phone and like walk to come get you without just playing YouTube, and it's driven me mad. That's all I've wanted since I finished Endwalker last December. Yep. And I've just been, the whole time, I've been like, please. I've been listening to covers of all of the Endwalker songs available on Spotify, mostly by Husky, which we met at FanFest, which was very nice. So yeah, having that, it's all I've listened to. The day we got internet, within 20 minutes of us having internet, the Endwalker soundtrack released, and I was just like, this is the best day. Nothing bad can happen now. Like, throw what you want at me. I've got the Endwalker soundtrack, and I just listened to it all day on repeat, and it was beautiful, and it's what I'm going to continue to do for the rest of today and tomorrow and the day after. We're going to be cooking Christmas dinner to Endwalker. That's it. That's going to be my Spotify Wrapped for 2024.
It will. That's the thing. It will.
Past 2 years in a row, I've been top 0.5% of listeners for Masayoshi Soken. I'm upping it this year.
Oh, yeah. Top 0.2% this time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. And Endwalker's going to help me do that.
You got this.
I got this.
We'll check back in next year to see if you made it.
What was the highlight of your fortnight? Animal Cassandra.
Well, as nice as that was, I think the highlight was just finishing my last shift yesterday and then realising I had 3 days off. I never get 3 days off over Christmas.
And having internet.
And
we
while I have internet.
almost didn't have internet for 3 days off. And we were like, I don't want to not have internet for over Christmas. I want to be able to watch films and movies and have nice cozy time. But, I mean, we do have a DVD player, but I don't even know where our DVDs are.
Don't even know where the DVDs are anymore.
So it was just like...
storage with everything else.
Oh, no, we'll have to actually speak to each other.
Yeah. So we've got Netflix back, we've got Spotify back, we're good.
Sorted.
We're good. We've got 3 days off to just relax, and I'll bash this edit out, and then that's it. Done working for 3 days. It's going to be great. Can't wait. So, yeah, really happy about that. But it is also the end of the whole year. So, what was the highlight of your year?
Do you know what I'm going to say?
I know exactly what you're going to say.
There's a theme. FanFest. Final Fantasy FanFest was the highlight of my year. By far, it was...
I thought you were going to say life then.
I was going for it. I was almost going to say life. I was going to say decade, and then I was like, no, you did propose to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know,
I want to keep that top spot a little while longer.
Yeah. It's close. I'm telling you that.
Close second.
It's close. It's very close. It's 9.5. It's almost the same.
I'm okay with that. I agree, because it was also the highlight of my year. So I'm with you on that one.
Just the whole thing was incredible from start to finish. Getting to go to Symphony as well on top of that. All the people we met, the atmosphere, having my artwork there, my cosplay was there.
Yep.
It just was incredible. I can't put into words that...
And the meet and greet.
And the meet and greet got me Yoshi P twice.
Like, how did that happen?
Just bumped into him. I can't believe we won the meet and greet and then we just bumped into him.
Just couldn't make it up. Our luck was insane that weekend.
Yeah.
And the Eorzean Symphony afterwards as well. That was the perfect way to close a perfect weekend. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Even though I had the tallest guy in front of me, his head was like taking up my entire view.
Should we try and find the picture and insert it?
The video, yeah. Yeah, I've got a picture.
We took a picture because I took a photo of my lovely clear view because I had someone really short in front of me, and then you took a picture of yours.
We had the most perfect view. We got there quite late, but we sat down. We had the most perfect view.
No, we didn't get there late. They didn't let us in until it was starting.
But we were like one of the last ones to sit down, and our view was lovely. And then this person sits in the seat in front of me, and he must have been like 7 foot tall. I couldn't see anything past his head.
What are they called? Rogaden?
Yeah.
Rogaden? He was definitely one of them. He was... Yeah, or like the biggest Elezen you've ever seen.
Yeah.
He was
So I spent the whole time going like this, trying to poke around his head based on which way he was swaying at the time, because he didn't even stay still. He swayed the whole time.
And it wasn't even like swaying in time with the music. He'd be like sitting like that, and then he'd sit over here like that. Yeah. But he wouldn't do it for like, sometimes he'd do that, and then he'd stay like that for like half an hour. It was like every 5 minutes he was just changing sides.
There needs to be a rule that the tallest people sit at the back. Because it's just not fair.
But often we're the tallest people in situations, so that's not fair.
Okay, yeah, we won't do that.
I always feel bad. We're very considerate when we go to concerts. We always look behind us and see if there's a short person, and we put them in front of us. Yeah. Every time, and they're always like, "Oh, thank you." Like,
such an act of kindness.
We understand. We've both got very little people in our lives, so I think
we've got sympathy for them.
Aware of, like, my sister is very small compared to me, and I always put her in front, like, where she can see.
So funny.
Just like, go on, love. Sorry.
Manhandle her, move her around. Here you go. You stand here. Dear Robert.
So yeah, I think that was just stuff that I can't put into words how wonderful it was. I'm still kind of don't believe it was real. The whole thing just felt like a different world. Basically, they built
really was. It was amazing.
And then in only 13 days. 12 days time, I can't count, we have Japan Fan Fest, which we're not going to, sadly, but we will be watching it at 2 a.m. for the keynote.
Can't wait.
We should stream, we should do, people have done the reactions to everything. We should do that. We should do that at 2 a.m. We'll be so tired. We'll be loony.
We'll be there with tea and coffee trying to stay awake.
Join us at 2 a.m. on the 7th of January.
How could you say no?
Unhinged tiredness.
That's so funny. For once, our viewers will be mostly American.
Yeah, for
They're the only people left awake.
That'll be all the other Final Fantasy fans who will also be watching it and also as loony as we are.
Oh, brilliant.
So, what was your highlight?
Oh, well, FanFest, of course.
Of the year, sorry.
Of the year, yeah. That was it. Mine as well. We're in full agreement on that one. But I do have a runner-up as well. Finally starting streaming. Because we talked about it for so long. We just had delay after delay after delay.
That's a good one. I should have probably said that.
And, I beat you to it. I had more time to think, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
So you had to paint your face while I just wrote words. So
I'm going to start painting your face as well.
Okay. Good luck with that. I dread to think what I'll look like on the next episode. But yeah, finally started doing it. It was so good. It felt real nice to get the ball rolling, and I've really enjoyed it. And I can't wait to see where it takes us.
Yeah. It's been very... It's been something that we've wanted to do for a very long time, and we've always found excuses to not do it, just because it's a lot. It's a lot of time, and it's a bit daunting. It's a lot of investment. But I think we've got a good balance going, and I'm enjoying it far more than I thought I would do. When we didn't have internet, I was like, oh, I just want to go stream.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, what is this feeling? Why do I just want to go and stream? It's really odd. But I genuinely really missed it.
Yeah. And we had games that we wanted to play, but we were like, no, we have to stream that.
We've got to save it. Yeah, we've got to save it.
We've got to save it for the stream.
Yeah.
Because, you've got to share that with people. It's so fun. You can't just do it for yourself. No. Which was really funny.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm also very happy with that. It's been a good milestone, and I think it's something that, I mean, we already do all those things together, like the art and the cosplay and the gaming. So it's also just a way for us to spend more time together as well.
Definitely, it works well.
And it's very much been a team effort. Like, we wouldn't have been able to do this without the other person, which I think is also very nice. It's very much a collaboration of both of our skills and personalities.
Together, we are whole. You can't see our hands in either camera. No! It was like right in the void in the middle.
Right in the void.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, brilliant. So yeah, it's been a good time. I would highly recommend it to anyone. If you've ever thought, you know what, I'd like to quite try that, I would say go for it. It's worth it. You'll have a lot of fun doing it, but do it for the right reasons. Do it for the fun, not for the appeal of making loads of money while you're just having fun.
Yeah.
Because you may well get to that point, but it takes work. It doesn't happen overnight.
I did actually have someone message me the other day, and they were trying to give me, like, streaming tips, and they were like, oh, you should do this more, and, like, talk. If they weren't, like, a sales pitch, it was just saying that you should try, like, engage with your, like, chatters more and stuff. But it was during a game, I think it was when we were playing Mario, and we were, like, just intensely trying not to die. And it wasn't a situation where you could just sit and chat to people, because when we can chat to people, we do. But it was very much like if I look away for 1 second, I will die.
Exactly.
And I said that to them. I said, I'll chat to people when I can, because I love chatting to people. But when I'm playing a game with you, because I'm there to play games with you before anything else.
Yeah.
If I'm having a good time playing games with you and we're doing something intense, I'm not going to worry about chat.
No.
And they should understand that when we're playing a high intensity game, that it just has to wait until the end of the level,
I think people do understand that. I think whoever gave you that advice is a bit of a turnip.
Yeah.
Because that's really silly advice. It's like, no way. I hadn't thought of talking to the people in the chat. Like, obviously you do, and we do, and we check it at every safe point we get.
Yeah.
But if you're in the thick of it, like,
that's
you're not going to stop and go, oh, hold on, I need to...
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
very silly.
Do it because you enjoy doing those things.
Yeah.
Don't play games that you just that you're only playing because they're, like, trending at the moment. Obviously, if you have an interest in them, go for it. Like, line the time up, But don't just do things and be with people and speak to people and all that just because you think it's engaging or trendy. Do it because you actually enjoy it. I do art streams because it's actually enjoyable. We play the games that we play because we would be playing them anyway.
Yeah. And
we have saved some specifically to stream so that we can share it with everyone else as well. But we'll be playing them regardless. And I think that's the way to keep it not a job.
Yeah.
Jobs where you go and you're like, this is miserable. I'm turning up to get my money and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you should still put a good work ethic into it so that you can set yourself up for success, but you don't want it to be a grind and feel like unenjoyable and stressful. You got to be there for the right reasons, definitely, and have the right people around you too.
Definitely. Yep. Do it for the fun of it.
Do it for the
Just
fun.
do what you enjoy. I don't think we've played a single game yet that we wouldn't have played anyway.
No.
Like, everything we've streamed is something we were just going to play.
No.
We've got a big enough pile to pick from, to
Oh,
be fair.
yeah. That's the other thing. Like, there's some people say that you should only do, like, one specific, like, genre. So, like, or even just categories, like, you're a gamer, or you're an artist, or you're a cosplayer. And I really strongly disagree with that, because we are so many things, and we enjoy so many things, and I don't feel like it would be fun if we just said we won't do all those things, because that's not us. Then it's like artificial, it's fake, it's too like almost scripted. So I think it's, you know, if you have lots and lots of different interests and you do all of them, go for it. You know, try and have some consistency, so it's like, you know, a nice balance of them. You don't want people being confused, but you know, if you like doing lots of different things, playing lots of different games and art and whatever, do it. Just
exactly.
You know, because you'll always find a group of people who love either all of it or just that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Words to live by. Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Always.
Have fun.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. No point pretending to like things you don't like.
No.
Or playing things you wouldn't do. Like, just, you know, you've only got so much time, you may as well spend it doing what you like.
Exactly, yeah. There's no point doing things that aren't going to be bringing you joy anyway.
Exactly.
And it's what keeps it going without it becoming stale and dragged. You don't want to dread going to stream or make content and videos and whatever.
Yeah.
You got to be positive and actually be enjoying it, which helps people who are watching anyway. They don't want to sit someone who's like very clearly miserable and hating what they're doing, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah, just, you know, do what you want to do.
Be authentic.
Have a good time.
Have a good time.
And it will work out. However long it takes, it will work out.
Exactly. There we go. I think we're good.
I think we're good.
I enjoyed that. So with that, Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays with whatever you celebrate this time of year. Thanks so much for taking your time to follow us on our journey so far. We cannot wait to carry it on with you.
I'm excited.
Me
Merry
too.
Christmas. And what other holidays this time of year? Happy holidays. It's always a very good one because it includes everything. Happy holidays.
Exactly.
To all.
Can't get it wrong that way, right?
And if you have a cat, go give him a little pet. We did have Joey here ready for Joey Cam, but his feeder just went off, so he has left, which is fair enough.
Us. We had him ready to go. We had him posed in the perfect position in front of his little camera, ready to go. One tap of a button, his little face sort of showed up and made your day, but then he left. So, we'll just insert the Christmas photo. Oh, look at that. Great minds think alike. We'll just add that instead. We have a annual Christmas tradition of Joey's little Christmas photos. This little Santa hat on. And this year's is a good one.
We can have a example of other years.
Yeah. We'll find as many as we can, line them up.
A collage of Grumpy Joey Christmas.
Oh my God. Right, let's go. Let's just dig up those photos now. Crack on.
Happy holidays, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us so far with this journey. It's been really good, and I'm keen to do more.
Me too.
I'm keen. Excited.
Yep. See you next year.
Thank you.